Okay, so part 2 of the road to the flood. But where Cain's promise came from, the lips of God himself, Lamech claims a pact of vengeance on his own. If Cain was protected by God with a threat of sevenfold vengeance, then Lamech declares that his vengeance would be 77 times. That would be Genesis 4:24. At this point in the story, God hasn't been part of the picture for a while. He's not in the mind of Lamech, and he's far from the heart of Cain descendants. The human heart is showing its true self at this point. Chapter 4 doesn't end with despair, though. The narrator gives us a small glimpse of hope. Adam and Eve have another child. This one they call Seth, praising God for granting them a child in the place of the murdered Abel. And at the time, the narrator points out, humans started calling on God. In the span of a few chapters, we've gone from the perfect world of Eden to a cursed creation and corrupt humanity. Isn't that where we are now? That humanity still contains a spark of hope, but the overwhelming portions of the story points at the deeply corrupted heart that lives in the race that God once created to be his rulers over the whole of the earth. Chapter 5 outlines the lineage of Adam through his son Seth, and it's there we're introduced a few things. First, humanity has indeed multiplied. Despite the hardship brought on by the first human's rebellion, children grew up and had their own children, and those children had their own children, and so on down for generations. But at the end of every generation, the narrator of Genesis points out that each one died. The curse of the corruption still hangs over humans God made to rule the earth. Death still comes for each one. Second, as we journey through the list of humans living, having children, and dying, we encounter a different Lamech. This one has a son he calls Noah. The name is on play of the Hebrew's word that means rest or comfort. It captures the idea of coming home from a hard day of work, kicking off your shoes, and sitting in your favorite chair for a bit. Lamech hopes that his son Noah will bring that kind of comfort to humanity, because for generations the descendants of Adam have struggled under the curse that their mother and father brought on the earth. Just be careful.